I can't relate to bookstore hauls. Is anyone else just endlessly anxious about owning too much? I know this is an unpopular opinion. I know some of the most viewed bookish videos out there are giant book hauls. There are people out there doing weekly videos, buying books at Barnes & Noble every week, or those 10-minute haul challenges where they grab as many books as they can. I feel like my brain quakes when I watch those. I just don't have that need to collect things button in here. I also feel like my overwhelm and my brain fog increases the more clutter that surrounds me. My environment meter flips out like in The Sims. That's how I always describe it to Kyle when I look around and panic because there are so many things that aren't put away. Obviously, this gets tricky because it mishmashes against the fact that I am a full-time content creator. I do a lot of book reviews and I'm sent books very frequently. So the amount of books that I own has increased whether I like it or not because I'm happy to be an early reviewer and I can't really read digitally. So the physical books keep on coming and of course I'm deeply grateful to receive them. But I unhaul as much as I can. I unhaul with a passion. And I hope that I'm helping to recirculate these books to get them into the hands of more eager readers. Before I did any of this though, I would exclusively use my library. I would only buy a book if I'd already read it and loved it and knew that I would want to reread it. Or maybe if I had read the previous book in a series and I was really excited to pick up the next book in a series and I didn't want to wait on hold at the library for it, so I would go and buy it on release day. I did that a couple of times. But before I started book content creation, all I had was one very low to the ground bookshelf. It was like 3 tiers high, maybe it went up to my knee. I'm doubting if I owned more than 30, 40 books tops, and I was happy with that. I didn't have a lot of spending money. I was reading like a book a day growing up, so it just wouldn't have been feasible to buy so many books. I didn't have a big home or a big room, so I had nowhere to keep them. Like every reader, I do perhaps have a vision of a home with a beautiful home library and a ladder, but that's just not my current situation. I live in an apartment in the city, and I feel like I have too much stuff already. Do any of you relate? Do you also feel anxious about owning things?